Hello, everybody. I got on a little bit early just so everyone could test their technology and get set up and comfortable with it before we get started tonight. So you'll need a yoga mat. If you usually use a blanket or a bolster or yoga blocks, you can incorporate those as well tonight, but you also don't have to have them. So anything that we would normally use out on the golf course, definitely, which is just a yoga mat or a beach towel, is definitely all that you will be required to have. So just kind of settle in, make sure your mic is on or your volume is up, your video is working fine, and yeah, we're gonna get started in just a minute. I think it's a minute till. And it's 6:30. We're gonna get started. I hope everyone was able to join us who signed up. Just keep watching my little ticker to see who jumps on. All right. So we are going to get started today. Oh, there's 2 people on. Awesome. Hey guys, great to see you. Glad you made it. Hope everyone's technology has been working fine. I said it in the very beginning, but you'll just need a yoga mat tonight. And if you like to use a blanket or yoga blocks or whatever, if you have them at home and you don't normally bring them to class, you're welcome to use them as well. If you don't want to use them and you don't have them, that's completely okay too. So we're going to get started off in a seated position tonight. I know it's not as peaceful as out on the golf course maybe, but we're going to do our best. So just close your eyes, sit up tall, and just settle into our practice here this evening. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Let everything go. Take another deep breath in and let it out. And just really firm through your sit bones, those 2 bones that you can feel touching the ground in your hips. Just really ground down through there. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up overhead, stretching tall. And on our exhale, we're going to take a twist to the left. So looking over that back shoulder. On your inhale, you can come through center just a little bit, and exhale. See if you can twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale back through center. And exhale, twist back over that shoulder. On your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, bring it back down to center. Nice little reset here. Let's take 2 breaths, just sitting tall. on your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead yet again. And with your exhale this time, add a side bend over to the left. Inhale, back up through center. And exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, last side bend here. Inhale, stretching up tall yet again. And exhale, bring the hands back onto your knees. And let's roll the shoulders up towards our ears, like scrunching our neck. And then pull them back towards the back of the mat, back of the room. And then pull them down. So you want to go up, back, and down just to kind of reset the posture here. From here, we're going to take our feet, soles of the feet together for bound angle pose. And if you like, you can give yourself a little foot massage here if you've been standing all day. Or you can take a nice fold over if you prefer. I'm definitely going to opt for the foot massage. And from there, come back up tall, take a breath, and let it go. From here, flip over, and we'll meet in tabletop. We're going to come into a few cat-cows here. So on your own breathing pace, pressing the ground away from you, tucking the chin for cow or cat, and lifting the chin, dropping the belly down for cow. And again, take this as fast or as slow as you prefer. And you can always add in some of that side lateral movements here if it feels good too. Let's do 3 more rounds here because it feels so nice. And we'll take 1 more round. And then meet back in neutral tabletop. So from here, we're going to take the right arm up to the sky and sweep it through, threading our needle underneath our body. And you can extend that left arm long towards the top of the mat. If you want a little added side stretch here, you can walk your hand over to the right. And then bring that hand back under your shoulder. Press up and lift the right arm up towards the sky once again. And bring it back down for neutral table, taking a cat-cow in between. And then we'll meet back in neutral table. Taking the left arm up towards the sky and threading it underneath our body. Extending that arm long if it feels nice. And you can always walk it over if you want a little added side stretch. Really press the back of that palm into the mat or into the floor. Bring the right hand underneath your shoulder again. Lift the right arm or left arm up towards the sky. And we'll meet back in neutral table, taking another cat-cow here. Or two. And then we'll meet back into neutral table. Stepping our left foot up to our left hand and walking our hands up onto our knee. Coming into a low lunge here. From here, we're going to twist over the knee, opening up out to the side for a low lunge with a twist. So if your left knee is bent and up, then you should twist over to the left. On your inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, twist and see if you can go a little deeper. Inhale, lift up through center, and exhale, drop the hands down, step it back, and take a little cat-cow here. From here, we're going to step the right foot up to the right hand, walking our hands up onto the knee. And from here, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, twist over that knee. Inhale, lift back up. And exhale, twist one more time, seeing if you can really twist a little bit deeper towards the back of the mat. Inhale, back up through center. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. And sink back to a child's pose. Just relax into your child's pose. Let your forehead touch the mat. Hips can go wide, or knees can go wider than your hips. On your next exhale, press up and back into our first down dog. So pedal it out here. Maybe bend and straighten the knees. Whatever you need here. Take it. And if your hamstrings feel really tight today, you can always take a small micro bend in the knees just to keep that spine in line, like I'm doing here. Or you can widen your feet a little bit. And slowly tiptoe your feet towards your hands, coming into a forward fold. And widen the feet just a little bit. Grab opposite elbows if you like and come into a ragdoll. Maybe play with your balance here, going forward and backward. Swaying side to side a little bit. Whatever feels good. And then release the arms down towards the mat. Heel toe the feet back underneath your hips. And on your next inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, come into that mountain pose. Now we've been working on that active mountain here, so really press out through the sides of your feet, lengthen through the spine, lift through the crown of the head, palms forward, press out through the fingertips, activate the quads, activate the glutes, engage the core, ground yourself down. And on your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, come back into the active mountain pose. And take 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, come back to that mountain pose. And let's bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Just to kind of reset here. On your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high to low plank. You can drop to your knees if you need to, and melt all the way down to the mat. On your next inhale, press up into cobra. And exhale, press back to down dog or take a child's pose here, your choice. And that's the same choice you have throughout your entire practice, always. Maybe shake your head no, and then shake your head yes, just to release some tension in the neck. If you're in child's pose, meet us in down dog. And we're going to tiptoe the feet towards our hands, coming into a forward fold. On our next inhale, coming into a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, coming back to that active mountain. Great job. If you need to shake it out, go ahead, let it go. On your next inhale, take the arms up overhead. I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see me. And on your exhale, sink back and down for chair. So see if you can tuck the tailbone underneath your pelvis just slightly. Maybe come into those cactus arms if it feels right. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest. And fold it forward, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair. Option to open up into those cactus arms. And then come back to the mountain pose. Take 2 breaths here to reset. On your next inhale, come into chair pose. Option for the cactus arms. Sometimes it feels nice if you don't normally do this. And exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair. Option cactus arms. And exhale, bring it back to that mountain pose where we started. Really ground yourself down. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high to low plank. Untuck the toes, inhale for cobra. Exhale, take it back to a child's pose. On your next inhale, come up into tabletop. So you want your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders. And from here, we're going to take our left foot towards the back of the mat. And don't lift it yet, just set it on the ground. Take your right arm up by your ear. And then slowly lift the foot off the ground in the back. Coming into extended tabletop. So we're going to crunch it in and extend it long for 5. So here we go. Crunch it in. Knee to elbow. Extend. Bring it in. Extend. In. Extend. 2 more. Dig those fingertips into the ground. Bring it in. Extend it long. 1 more time. In. Extend it long. Don't set it down yet. So from here, we're going to kick the foot that's lifted and try to bring our foot even with our hip. Let me scoot out here a little bit, running out of room. So kick the foot towards the side of your mat, coming into, I guess that should be sideways, coming into gate pose. So you want your knee underneath your hip, this leg extended long. We made it. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, take it over to the side for gate. So the hand just slides down the leg. And you want to keep your chest up towards the sky for gate pose. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, plant the hands down. Lift the leg and kick it back towards the back of your mat. I know I'm all over the place. I need to figure out a direction to be. So from here, we're going to take the opposite leg back, so right leg back. Left arm up by our ear. Lift the toes off the mat. And we're going to crunch it in for 5. Crunch it in. Extend it long. 4. Crunch it in. Extend it long. 3. Extend. 2. Extend. 1. Extend. Don't let it go down. We're going to take the left foot out and around towards our hip, coming up, my hip like that, up into gate pose. So I'm going to try to turn again. Coming up, toes are pointed the same way your knee is. And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, take it down the leg and over. And just take a couple breaths here. Really opening up the side body, the ribs, obliques, lats. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, set it back down. Lift that foot and kick it back towards the back of your mat. Coming back into neutral tabletop. And then widen the legs a little bit, pressing back into child's pose for a nice little rest here. When you're ready, we'll meet back in tabletop. Maybe taking a few cat-cows if it feels good. And then we're going to press up and back into down dog. Walking the feet up to the hands. Coming into that forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, coming back into that mountain pose. We love mountain pose. And if you like to reset, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just to pull them away from your ears a little bit. So from here, we're going to step the left foot back, step the right foot back. Heel in line with your instep, coming into warrior two. So however you need to adjust, please do. Want to have a bend in the front knee. Back foot should be parallel with the back edge of your mat. And you can look over that front hand or out to the side, whatever feels more comfortable on your neck. Really try to squeeze your heels in towards each other, activating those inner thigh muscles. Always engage the core. And you want to have strong arms here. On your next inhale, flip the front palm. Lean slightly to the front. And scoop it back for a reverse warrior, keeping the bend in the front knee here. Option to take a bind behind the back if you like. On your next exhale, coming forward over that knee, bring your forearm to your thigh and your arm up by your ear. You're trying to make a nice straight line from your toes all the way to your fingertips. And if this feels easy for you, try bringing your hand down towards the inside of your foot. Makes it a little harder. Bring the hands back down to the mat, pivoting that back foot, and step it back, coming into that high to low plank. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale, take it back to a down dog or a child's pose. Walk the feet up to the hands, coming into a forward fold. On your inhale, come into that halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, back to that mountain pose. From here, we're going to step the left foot back, opening up into warrior two. It feels weird not looking at the camera now. Flip that front palm, lean up and scoop it back for a reverse warrior. You can let your bottom hand slide down the back of your thigh, or option to take that half bind, like I said earlier. On your next exhale, take it forward over that front knee. Bring your forearm to your thigh, coming into extended side angle. Should feel a nice stretch through here. And on your next exhale, plant the hands down, pivot the back heel, step it back, coming into that high plank, and you can drop to your knees if you need to, coming down into all the way down to the mat, pressing up into a cobra, and exhale, take a down dog or a child's pose. When you're ready, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale, come back to that mountain pose. Activate those muscles. Really lengthen up through your mountain. Maybe take a minute to close your eyes here. Whatever feels right. So from our active mountain, we're going to keep being active here. We're going to interlace the fingers behind and really open up the chest. If you can pull the hands away from the body, go for it. If you want to keep them down here, or you can even grab opposite elbows. That still helps you open up your chest. But whatever feels right for you, open up into locust arms in that mountain. It's really important to open up the front body and the side body whenever you're looking to improve your golf swing. And keeping those arms, if you like, you can make them a little less active if you want, or maybe regrip or find a more relaxed version. We're going to take a nice forward fold over the knees, and you can bend the knees as much as you want, trying to bring your chest towards your thighs. If you want to do the full locust arms, you can, still opening up that front body, those pecs, or you can take the opposite elbows, opposite forearms option. And release the arms down and just let them hang. Trying to release any lactic acid we have. You can swing them a little bit. Feels really nice after they've been very active. And on your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise and reach up. And exhale back to that mountain pose. From here, we're going to work on a little bit of hip strengthening / mobility. So we're going to do some that we've done before, the knee outs that we did prior to tree pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up onto the ball of our foot on our left foot, keeping it close to our other foot. And we're just going to turn the knee out, bringing the heel to the ankle. So kind of like a small tree. And then we're going to bring it back in towards the middle and take it out to the side. Out to the middle and take it back out to the side. So we're going to do these for 15 total. And see if you can try to really open up that hip and pull it out to the side. You should feel it right in here the farther you go. And it might not feel like much, but you're working some little tiny muscles within that hip. So we have about 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it on that toe. Lift the knee to about hip height. Ooh, keep your balance. And we're going to lift this way 15 times. So you're just going to micro lift and lift and lift. So you're just lifting the knee really small, not much. We have 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it back down. Take it out. So still on the same leg, we are going to come back into the ball of our foot on the left leg, turn our knee out. We're going to go into tree pose. So if you know for tree pose, you like to bring it up onto your inner thigh or a little bit lower on your calf, take whatever you want. There's you can use the whole inside of your leg. And if you need to pull it up towards the inner thigh, you can. And then maybe find a spot on the floor out in front of you to look at. Hands can come to heart center. Woo. And if you're feeling a bit daring, you can extend your branches towards the sky. I feel like I look like a tree blowing in the wind. My arms keep moving. And on your next exhale, bring the knee back in through center and set the leg back down. Bring the hands back down to that mountain pose and shake out the hips a little bit. Coming back onto the other side. So the right leg, follow the foot. Hands can be on your hips. We're going to twist that knee out, bringing the heel to the ankle. And then we're going to twist it back in and twist it back out. And out. In, out, in, out. We have about 10 more. And this is also balance work here because you're still kind of balancing on one leg as you pivot your knee out to one side. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the knee up to hip height. Flex those toes towards your shin. Should have said that in the beginning. And just slowly lift, 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 lift. Doing great. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, keep the core tight, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, shake it out a little bit. And from here, we're going to do tree on this side. So come up onto the ball of the foot, bring the ankle and the heel together, and then figure out where you want to set tree on this side. It can be completely different than your other side. So if you need that little kickstand like we practiced, you can do that. If you want to bring it up a little higher, you're more than welcome to. Maybe notice if this balance is a little bit easier for you, or if this is your more difficult side, and if you want option to extend the branches up high. Tree is so fun. It's literally one of my favorite poses, I think. And keep grounding down through that bottom foot. On your next exhale, bring the knee back through center, set it down, and shake it out a little bit. All right, coming back onto the ball of the foot on the left, coming into that little kickstand, and then find your tree pose on the left side, wherever it is. And take any variation that you like. Ooh, I'm already falling. And just come right back into it. And bring it back through center. Set it down. Tree pose on the other side. And take whatever variation you need. And bring it back down through center. And shake it all out. On your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, drop the knees down, and press back into child's pose. Meet back up in tabletop after you've had a nice little rest in child's pose. And we're going to melt all the way down onto the mat, keeping our hands underneath our shoulders. Toes are untucked. Legs are glued together though. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Plant the palms down on the mat. And try to lift your chest up and pull your elbows in towards your body into Sphinx pose. So activating the lower body, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, activating the quads and the glutes. It's a nice little back bend here. And exhale, drop one cheek down to the mat, extend the arms long by your sides. Option to windshield wiper the legs. Just to release the low back a little bit. And then set them back down. Coming back into your Sphinx pose. One more time. Bring the elbows under the shoulders, hands on the ground. Pull your elbows in towards your midline, or middle of your body, I guess. Pressing the feet into the ground. Hold it, one more breath. And exhale, drop the other cheek down onto the mat. Take the arms out long and windshield wiper the legs if it feels right. Press up into a high plank or back into tabletop. And then swing the legs through. Out in front of you. Coming into a seated position with your legs long. And bring your hands right on the outside of your hips. So you want to have a straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your wrists. Activate the what? Press the arms into the ground, which will activate the shoulders, engage the core, and just kind of use that active mountain we were using before for the top half of your body. Your legs are still going to be active, like you can flex your quads and lift the heels off the ground slightly, but you're not lifting the legs off of the mat. So this is a really good postural pose because you're really working the extensors, the, back. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I can't even talk now, guys. Your erector spinae, there we go. Up your back. Stuff that helps with your posture. And relax. Maybe roll out the wrists slowly, not too quick. And the other way. And then lower all the way down onto the mat. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Palms face down. And we're going to dig the heels into the mat, lifting the hips up for bridge pose. Really squeeze the glutes at the top. Should have a nice line from your knees to your shoulders. And then slowly lower it down. Just see if you can maybe, when you lower it down, press the low back into the mat. On your next inhale, dig the heels into the ground, press the hips up, lift for bridge. Squeeze the glutes. And exhale, slowly lower it all the way down. See if you can press the low back into the mat. Bring both knees into your chest and really hug it in here. Squeeze it in, rock side to side if that feels good. And extend one leg long, keeping the other knee in and bent. If this is really intense for you, you can bend the straight leg just slightly. Bring both knees into chest. And extend the opposite leg long. Bring both knees back in. Extend the arms out into cactus arms or into a T if you prefer. And drop the knees over to the right for a spinal twist. Try to keep both of the shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale, lift the knees back up through center. And exhale, drop them over to the left. Inhale back through center. Hug the knees in again one more time. And if you want to take a happy baby here, go on the inside of the knees, grabbing the outside of the feet, and bringing your knees towards your armpits, and just really stretching your inner thighs, your inner hips. You can rock side to side. Maybe take one leg if it's really intense for you. Yoga loves to give a bunch of variations. That's why it's so good for all different kinds of people. And then when you're ready, bring the arms and legs up towards the sky, coming into dead bug. Just kind of letting the wrists limp, the ankles can go limp as well. Just letting your limbs hang up there, draining any lactic acid we may have had. And slowly lower your legs down. And coming into your Shavasana. Just take a body scan here. Notice how you're feeling. Is your body feeling happy? Is it feeling strained? Was today's class hard for you? Did it feel not too difficult? Just take note of all of these things. How often do we actually stop and listen to what our bodies are saying to us? Start to deepen your breath once again. Letting your lungs fill up with air and sighing it out. Take another deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking the hips just a little bit, nice and slow. And when you're ready, roll over onto one side. But take your time, there's no rush. And when you're ready, press yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Maybe roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Take a deep breath in through your nose again, and let it go. Bring your hands into heart center. I'm so happy I got to practice with you all, even if it wasn't in person, just because it was pretty warm out today. I can't wait to practice with you all on Thursday or next Monday again. Namaste. I hope everyone had a wonderful yoga class tonight, and I hope this worked. If you had any issues, please email me, let me know. If this worked out well, email me, let me know, or let me know at class next week as well in person. This is definitely an option for us if the weather is ever rainy or stormy again, or too hot again. So let's hope next week is a little bit less hot and we'll be able to meet up in person. I hope everyone has a great Monday night, and I'll see you at the next class. Bye, guys.